Okay. Hey guys. I'm sorry I haven't. Okay, so I'm sorry I haven't updated in a while. I've been busy with being sick and stuff. So I'm basically gonna explain some stuff. So yeah, just gonna explain what's gonna be happening in the next tomorrow and next week. So tomorrow is Friday, and it is my last day of school before spring break. So I will be doing a get ready with me in the morning. I am officially ungrounded, which I'm very thankful for. um, so I wanted to tell you a little bit more about me. Um, I I do have a best friend who's a guy, and his name. Hold on. Okay, so I do have a best friend who is a guy. His name is Colby, but I call him Cold. No one else is allowed to call him that. Is okay. We can't really. He's cold. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. So I'm watching a cheer movie right there, so just ignore that. I do have a crush on Colby. Um, he has a crush on me too, but I will not date him because he has a past that he deserves someone who doesn't have a bad past. So I know it's crazy, but I'm only in ninth grade, but I've had like my fair share. So, I have been anorexic for 2 years now, which means it started on 7th grade. And me and Colby, I didn't even know I was anorexic until he pointed it out. Colby's older sister was anorexic, and so he noticed the signs. I wasn't really eating as much as I did. I barely ate in front of people. I didn't eat at all, really. So we were over at his house one day, and this weekend, and it was really, really hot because it was like 3, 4 weeks before school ended, and so it's just that he's and I usually eat when I go to like I act like a not like I'm not like a guy, but I don't act like a girly girl like I do when I'm at school. I kind of just like be myself. So that was that. So that's yeah. Let's see what else. And then so yeah, that's basically it. So we were at his house and he was helping me, and we took a break from doing homework, and we were playing video games. And yes, I do play video games. Not very often though, but I do every now and then. And so yeah, he's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" He goes, "Cause you're not eating." I'm like, "What are you talking about? I ate like a few minutes ago." And he goes, "But no, you didn't." I'm like, "Yeah, I did." And he goes, "Brooke, when was the last time you weighed yourself?" I was like, I don't know. I really didn't know. I was like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months ago. And he goes, "How much did you weigh then?" I was like, "Colby, you know that I weighed 116." And he goes, "Yeah, I know, but I was double checking." I was like, "Why?" And because it was so hot, because where I live it gets really hot during May and April, and so it was like 3 weeks before school ended, and that was in May. And so it was really hot, and it was weekend, so I was wearing shorts and a tank top and my boots. And he's like, "Bro, I can see your ribs, well, my hip bone, cause like you can't see my ribs, but you could see my hip bone, like your hip bone, like right here. Like he could see that." Like, he's like, Brooke, I can see your hip bone. I was like, what are you talking about? No, you can't. He goes, Brooke, your shirt rose up a few inches, and I can see your hip bone. I'm like, no, you can't. And so I looked down, and I saw nothing wrong with it. Like, he's like, Brooke, when was the last time you ate? I was like, a few minutes ago. I just told you that. He goes, and how much did you eat? I'm like, I had a sugar or two. And he goes, and then he's like, did that fill you up? I was like, yeah, it's pretty full. He goes, did you eat before you came here? I was like, no, why? He goes, Brooke, come here. And I was like, no, what? What's going on? Why are you freaking out on me? He goes, Brooke, because I think you're turning anorexic. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't even know what anorexic means, let alone become it. And he goes, Brooke, I know what's going on. You tell me everything. I know what's going on with you and your family, and I know that they verbally abuse you, and they're always calling you fat and stuff. And to me, you look beautiful, but you listen to them, and so I believe that you're turning anorexic. Like, you're starving yourself so you can become skinny and meet the requirements. I was like, Colby, that's crazy. I'm not turning anorexic. And he goes, well, come stand on the scale. I was like, why? He goes, prove me wrong. You said you weighed 116. I said, yeah. And he goes, did you exercise since then? I was like, not more than usual. And usually it stays the same. My weight does. And he goes, well, then you should have no problem standing on the scale for me. I was like, fine, whatever. And so I looked around back at my hip, and it looked perfectly fine to me. Like, it looked like a normal hip. I didn't see the bone at all. Then he took a picture of it after I stepped on the scale, and you could see my bone through the picture. I was like, and I looked back at him, I was like, Cody, there's nothing wrong with it. You photoshopped that. He goes, how in the world would I photoshop that? I'm like, I don't know. He goes, exactly. And I was like, whatever. He goes, go stand on the scale. I was like, fine, whatever. If it gets you, shut up. Like, we're always talking to each other like that, so he's just really sad. He goes, Brooke, get on the scale. When I got on the scale, I weighed 93.15 pounds, something like that. He goes, now what does that say? I was like, 93 point something. And he goes, exactly, that doesn't say 116. I'm like, Cody, what are you getting at? And he goes, Brooke, you're anorexic. You're turning anorexic. I'm like, Cody, no, I'm not. He goes, come here, lift up your shirt. I was like, no. And he goes, below your boobs. Because we talk like that like 24/7 to each other, so it wasn't like really uncommon for him to say that word in front of me. So I was like, Colby, what in the world is going on? Why are you freaking out with me? And he goes, because you are turning anorexic, and I'm going to prove it. And I'm like, Colby, I'm not turning anorexic. So what? I lost a few pounds. He goes, bro, that's not a few pounds. That's a lot. I'm like, whatever. And he's just like, look, just lift up your shirt to your ribs. I was like, whatever. And so I go in the bathroom and I turn on the light and I lift up my shirt below, just above my ribs, which is like right here, like right here. Like I lift it up like this high, and that's how high I lifted it up. And he's like, all right, now stand still. I was like, Colby, what are you doing? He goes, I'm taking a picture. I'm like, for what? He goes, be still. I was like, okay. And he took a picture, and I looked down, and I saw nothing wrong. Like, I just figured I was normal. Like, I figured I looked normal. I did not look normal. When he took the picture and showed it to me, you could see my bones. But when I looked down, I didn't see them. That's all normal. Again, like, nothing's wrong with me. So, that's how I found out I was becoming anorexic. And I've been struggling with it for the past 2 years. I can officially say that I am back to being 116, 115, 117, somewhere around that. It just depends on the scale I stand on. Scale I have at home, it says I'm 115, 116. And the one at the dentist and doctor's office says I'm 117, 116. So it all depends on the scale I stand on. But so Yeah, and that's why I don't think he deserves to like date me. 'Cause it's not a good idea. So that's it. So that's basically it, guys. So I'll do a get ready with me in the morning, and then I will do some videos over spring break. And if you have any questions, just comment below, and I'll answer when I can. Bye, guys. Oh, and happy birthday to anyone who has a birthday in April, or if you're celebrating anything, happy anniversary, happy celebrating. I hope you have a good time. Bye.